Hi everybody, welcome to Ask Svet About Crypto channel where we talk and analyze a white paper. Today the subject is Corda Platform, an introduction white paper which was authored by Richard Brown in May 2018.
Yeah.
I hope you at least superficially kind of know about that, and what I want to do today is to briefly explain to my guest. Please introduce yourself.
Kushigumi, a enterprise blockchain developer.
Yeah, and I kind of try to present this platform, what it's doing, what its purpose is, and then my rating. And you free to make your comments, positive, negative, and what you think about that. So basically, what Corda is about, I think it's basically Oracle on steroids. So they address very important problem. We have so many companies who exchange different invoices, different types of documents between each other, that it's practically impossible to sort through them based on one centralized kind of traditional type of system. What Corda is saying, wait, we can do that in blockchain. So what they propose to do is basically some kind of network which consists of three layers. So first layer is a silo where all these documents are going to be stored forever, right? Second layer is a contract-based kind of management system of this silo. So each of the contract represents some action which you can undertake with particular documents or the second document. And the third layer is application layer, where all different corporation companies, small entrepreneurs will be connected to all the previous two layers. And all together, they must be run based on Corda, under the Corda management, and on top of one, and based on one coin which Corda issue. And one more important thing, Corda kind of realizing that system already looks a little bit centralized. Because of that, they propose to introduce management committee. Okay. So they propose to choose different representatives of different companies in order to manage that like a gigantic network. Because again, what they want to really do, they want to put all documents in all of the world. It's not like in the United States of America or in Australia or in Brazil. No, it's whole network. That's why I call it Oracle on steroids. Just everybody right there. So, any question, comments on that at that moment? Before we get to my kind of evaluation part of this.
No, I agree with the analogy of Oracle and steroids from a high level.
Okay. So, but what do you think about that idea in general? Is it kind of practical to put all the documents in one place?
Yeah, they have technically I'm guessing it's going to be huge costly to do that, and managing it. It's going to be hard retrieving it, right? So you want instantaneous retrieval of the documents, validation. There's going to be a lot of technical stuff that's underneath the hood that's going to be very complex.
Exactly. That's basically my thinking also. So that's why when I started to rank, and again, I rank in this white paper on the technical ranking, which includes security, which measure how can this network be kind of subjects of attacks, and whether the attacks, what the probability of this attack to succeed. Yeah. So that's first measurement. Second measurement is kind of what I call velocity, which is basically scalability, how many users that network can attract in the future, what's the maximum scale of the kind of growth of this network. So the third parameter is what I call engineering. Engineering is my estimation of how profoundly thought through is the engineering part of. Is it kind of beautifully designed initially? Yeah. How idea looks to me. And the fourth is, I call it a transparency, which you can think as a decentralization. How centralized or decentralized is this system? Yeah. So I'm getting to the first parameter, security of that system. I think not very high, because there are too many potential points of attack. On all three layers, we have a multiple opportunity for attackers trying to access the system, stealing the password of the people who are going to be connecting to this network. Second layer, it's a smart contract layer. We already know that in Ethereum we have at least two major holes bugs found. And if there's guys going to be creating their own contract, it's kind of maybe replicating what Ethereum had, but still, there's going to be additional opportunities. It's going to be new contract-based system, another point of attack. And I don't even mention the first layer where documents going to be silenced, right?
Yeah.
Of course, everything going to be blockchain, everything going to be encrypted, but we all know how easy for attackers sometimes use even access even the most secure system if their system are too complicated.
Yeah.
So security is C+, which is pretty much close to low. So what do you think?
I do agree with that. I think there's a huge risk of entrance, especially one containment of all the documents. That's going to be extremely dangerous.
Yeah. So getting to the second, which is velocity again. It's think about like scalability. So how fast this network can grow. I don't really think that network can grow fast because remember they want to introduce some kind of committee. So that's already the indication that they're going to be kind of selection process, right?
Yeah.
They're going to be. I'm not talking about MEL because they declare that open source. By the way, Corda is the open source project, but the way they look at that project looks to me more like a permissionless system, like a permissionless. And always with distribution and growth such a system, which not all of the people can join, they're going to be problems. And then, of course, because of the three layers, complication, how fast you can put all the documents, how fast you can download it. Oh, it's many things. So that's why I kind of not very optimistic, to put it mildly. Again, velocity C+. So it's pretty much close to the lowest rating. Your opinion?
I think I was spot on. I think C+ was valid, especially with the scalability issues. It's going to be extremely hard to scale if there's like some kind of managing members who are doing everything.
Yeah. So more or less on the same page with you, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So next is obviously engineering.
Yeah.
So engineering again, it's how what I think is more like an ethical parameter. So
okay.
You know, you are engineer, right? My background also like my background was mathematical, but I also work like practical all of my life with engineers.
Yeah.
So I know how good system might look like from the inside, and I don't think that system is perfectly engineered, to put it mildly. However, I kind of like the idea to have all these documents in one place, which is look efficient. So that's why my rating for engineering part is not as low as for the first two parameters. And but still it's low. I put it in B minus.
Okay. For me, I think I would give the engineering, from what I heard, or
from what you know. Yes.
From what I know, I give it a little bit less comparatively using the system. One primary reason is because.
So let me understand. You wanted that rating be even less than B minus, like
I think
C?
C+ around there. C. Just because I think from an engineering standpoint, it's never good to put everything in one. So and I say this because this is a blockchain product, right? The whole concept of blockchain is protection and less vulnerability. And even from the second thing, engineering design is about managing members and stuff, right? That there's going to be a lot of scalability issues from engineering design. The goal is very valid, right? It's a very beautiful goal to create a systematic, beautiful, transparent flow. But how you go about doing it is a whole different case. Unless I'm completely wrong, unless they're very technically, they have some underneath the hood, they're using completely profound tools or design their own stuff, then go ahead. It will work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you let me think actually, but I don't think I will change it because I still want to give those engineers a leeway because they still have kind of time before we see that product.
Okay.
And I'm sure that a white paper cannot serve as only one basis to the any types of estimates.
Yeah.
I think that maybe they can make some I agree with your point actually that there are that idea to put everything in one place has its downside,
Yeah.
which is from engineering point of view, it's practically dumb, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of straightforward approach, which probably not the best thing, but I still like it because it's simple. It's like solve some problem.
Yeah.
Let's little bit agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah, definitely.
But move forward. And I don't think we can disagree on the transparency because it's obviously not decentralized system. Whatever the people say here in the white paper, when we're saying that there is a open source product, but guys, we're going to have a committee and we have us managing this committee. That's not how decentralization works. It's more like, again, this Oracle on steroids. They have like a centralized, of course, there is a open code, open source code, and I agree with that, and it's important to have that. But still, all these critical decisions, who will change this code, when it's going to be changed, what going to be the standards, or so on. Plus, they have their own coins on top of that. So transparency for me, it's very low. It's C. So.
100% agree. Everywhere.
Well, that's conclude this episode. Let me repeat my rating. Security is C+, velocity is C+, engineering is B-, and transparency is C. And that's conclude this episode where we analyze and review the Corda Platform, an introduction paper authored by Richard Brown in May 2018. Thank you very much. That was me, Svet Sedov. Please find me in internet, watch my next podcasts. See you next time.
And see you guys. Thanks for having me. I'm Kushik Gavini.
Thank you, Kushik, joining me here. Bye-bye.